Long time ago, I was madly in love with this girl, and she was the first Catholic girl I knew that I was physically attracted to. Clearly because I hadn't come here yet, right? Because everyone here is amazing and beautiful and wonderful. But we had really good chemistry. I knew it and she knew it too. And at a certain point she said to me, you know what, Eric, if it wasn't for this one thing, I would fly to Toronto next weekend and get married. I thought, oh, what's the thing? And she's like, I'm just not romantically interested in you. I thought, well, that's a heck of an obstacle. So I was crushed. And we never got together, and not because of that, but after that I entered the seminary. And sometimes, a lot of times, there's difficult moments, and we didn't stay in contact during this time. But a lot of times, whenever these difficult moments arise, I would think about this past moment of shame and rejection, and a lot of times, this thought process would play out in the back of my mind. The only reason why you're here is because you were rejected by the person that you wanted to have love you. That's the only reason why you're here. And then one day, a couple years into seminary, she gave me a call. And we're talking about a whole bunch of different things. And at a certain point, she kind of said, you know what? I don't believe in God anymore. And so I believe that Jesus was real. Like, I believe that he was a historical figure, but I don't believe that he was God. I don't believe he was the Son of God. I don't go to Mass, and basically I've lost all my faith. And it's a funny thing. At that moment, I completely lost my attraction to her. Before, I was totally enamored with the idea of this girl. And the moment she said, I don't believe in God, I was like, nothing. Search your heart like nothing. And I remember talking to my spiritual director about it. It was really momentous. And so he said, don't you realize that it's March 25th? It's the Feast of the Annunciation. Like, this is the day where the angel Gabriel appears to the Blessed Virgin and invites her to be the Mother of God. And she proclaims to her, and by extension to the world, freedom and salvation. And I was kind of annoyed with this, but he always knew I was laboring with this thing. For some reason, we never actually talked about it, maybe because he didn't think I was ready. He knew that for years I was laboring under like shame and this sense of like false rejection and whatever, and feeling like a loser. And basically, he was saying like, look, the Lord has decided in his providence and his love for you, no more. I will not let you labor under this lie anymore. And I realized, gosh, I was never in love with this girl. I was always in love with Jesus Christ. And that's the truth. And it always was the truth. I just didn't see it. And once I received that particular grace, I was able to receive my vocation with freedom and integrity. The reason I bring up that example for you, I was never going to bring that up with the Lord because I thought I knew what he was going to say. I thought he was going to say some variation of like, suck it up. Offer your sufferings to the Lord and be generous and whatever, right? But looking back, the Lord would never have said that because the Lord is not like that, and I just didn't know that at the time. Precious in the eyes of the Lord is the death of his faithful. A lot of times we fall into this idea of the tyranny of the should, like I should not be bonded by this thing, therefore I should not, bring this up with Christ. But if it bothers us, it's important to him. He wants us to be free and happy and at peace. And when I break it down, basically I was afraid of the truth. But that's the thing with the truth. The truth might be unexpected, but this is the particular way in which God calls you to be free.